Hello, my name is Matt Viegas. So continuing on with part 4 of the video tutorial series for how to stream using OBS to Facebook Live. So now I'm actually going to explain how the scenes and the sources work and how to get the setup that I have here, right? So before I do that, quick explanation, the image file that I talked about that I use Photoshop to create, that is a size of 1280 pixels the long way, wide, and then 720 pixels tall. And then for my webcam settings, you'll see that I have it set to, I believe it's the same, like 720p. Same thing, 1280 long ways by 720 pixels, little boxes. Okay, so that I'll show here under preferences. Don't get too overwhelmed. In the next video, I'll go through step by step with the article of what we're doing. But just really quick, you'll see here what I have. These are not the defaults. So in my case, I am on a MacBook Air, so it would default to the max resolution of the screen, which is the size, long ways by how tall. And that, in my case, is, as you can see, 1440 by 900. So I customly changed it to 1280 by 720. So the reason that's important for this size is so that this size, so I'm just talking about these two boxes here, this size needs to match that picture that I'm putting in. Okay, so let's go through it. I'm going to put here demo. Alright, so gonna go dark. Boom. Alright. So that's the scene. So you would start when you open OBS after installing everything. You want to hit the plus button, create a scene. And then you have to add in sources. So I'll walk through this with you. The first thing I am going to do, add, and I'm going to put that image. So you see quite a few options here. The one we're going to use is image. So you can see I have my overlay there. I'm going to find it. So here, just create new image, hit OK, and go to browse. So you notice I'm on the Mac. On PC, it's really not that different. And if you have any questions, you can certainly ask me, but the steps should be fairly straightforward. So let's see, this defaults to applications. Where I want to go is demo. Okay, so demo, social media, and hit open and OK. So you can see because I set my canvas size to match the size of this picture, everything looks good. There's no black borders anywhere along the image here. Alright, and the next step, logically, would be to add that webcam. So the option we're going to choose is video capture device. So in my case, it's just the webcam. You can see it's there under existing. I'll just hit OK. Go in. So here it is using a preset. Again, you want to match the image size. So pretty important that the size of your video stream, video output, and everything matches. So to keep the ratio and the scaling and everything good, these are the magic numbers, 1280 by 720. So 1280 wide by 720 tall. And then for the device, I'm going to use the FaceTime HD camera. Hit that. There I am. Okay. Click there. And then what you do here pretty simple, pretty user-friendly. Just go ahead and resize it to the amount I want and go ahead and reposition it to where I want it. So something like this. I might go a little bit down. I might make this a little bit bigger and what have you. Try to make it look nice and even. So really the only one you have to adjust is the video capture device. The image, your overlay with all your social media tags and handles, you should just add that in and it should just pop right in. But for the video, you're going to have to resize that as you saw, and then it'll look something like this. So there may be a little bit of slight variation just based on what computer you have or what webcam you're using, and it's pretty much the same even if you're using like a desktop or something else. But of course for me, using a MacBook Air, it's pretty portable and light, so it's nice that I get the ease of use, portability, and the social media tags for that. So that's really the main reason for going through all this hassle to set this up, as opposed to just straight up using your phone. Okay, so there you have it. You could see if I go back and click on this other one, very similar. I almost hit the mark there. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit lower, but you get the point, right? So add your scenes first thing when you open OBS after installing it, whether you're Mac, PC, Linux, what have you, and then add your sources. I would start with the image, since that should match the size of your canvas, and then add your video capture device, your webcam, in. And then, of course, you could see this line moving. You would want to make sure you go to your control panel or system preferences. So here I'll just show you that. I am going to go through the next video much more in depth about these video and audio settings. So here I'm going to System Preferences, Sound, Input on the Mac. You can see the mic is being used. In my case, I'm using an external USB sound card, so it's called Turtle Beach USB Audio. So that's what's going on with my case. Yours might be a little bit different. You could totally just use the included input with your webcam, or you could use like earbuds or something and work with that. But that's pretty much it. So you saw, hopefully that's pretty simple and straightforward and you don't run into any issues there. And then in the next video, again, I will go through those video and audio settings so that your stream will work with Facebook Live. Okay, see you in the next one.